Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? Welcome to the latest edition of the Drew Mini Live Podcast. So great to have you with us for Powered by Speaker for this Wednesday, the 13th day of December, the year 2017. And of course, I'm Andrew L. Perry. Thank you for that warm applause. As always, coming to you live in Andrew from the busy streets of Brooklyn, New York. And today I'm inside the campus of Long Island University as I chat to you what is happening in the world of sports. We have a busy show. We have a jam-packed show for you today. We have the winter meetings with MLB as the Colorado Rockies and the Philadelphia Phillies make some moves already. As Brian Shaw have agreed to a 3-year deal with the Colorado Rockies, and some injury news as well as there's new sensation in Japan star that for the Angels has sprained his elbow, so he's gonna have an ACL, so they're gonna have an MRI on that, but. We'll kick off the podcast. And by the way, thanks for tuning in one more time. For those of you who are on Spreaker.com, you can always listen to my show weekdays only on Spreaker.com. And we'll kick off the show talking about what a game at the Garden yesterday, as the battle of future stars, I should say, as the rookie sensation Lonzo Ball had a phenomenal game against Porzingis, and then who had a double, the 39 points and 11 rebounds, as the Knicks won by 3, beat the Los Angeles Lakers by the score of 113-109, and put them a game, and as the Knicks are a game ahead of the 500. But with this Knicks team, let me tell you, there's something. Now that the headaches, now that Phil Jackson is gone, now that Carmelo Anthony is gone, you sense a buzz with this team. For the first time since over 7 years, or if you want to count since Jeremy Lin was a Knick and give you since Lin's sanity, let me put it that way. Since that time, it is great to watch the Knicks again. It is great to watch the Knicks again. When the Knicks are competitive, even though, listen, they're not going to win every game, we know that. But when they're competitive, and when they play with intensity, when they're not going to take no nonsense from anybody, when they don't play like a pushover, there's a buzz in this. There's a buzz with this buzz in this ball club. And you know what? If you're a Knicks fan, you gotta love every minute of it, especially what happened last night. Last night was you gotta like what you see. Last year they will lose games like this. Not this year. This year they lose games, and when they lose, this year when they win games, they can win games by blowouts. I remember this is my first time seeing the Knicks since they played Washington before Thanksgiving, and I thought the Knicks was going to lose that game, to be honest with you. And when they came back, not only did they came back, they put this game away. So. Did that mean the Knicks are going to make the playoffs? I don't know. Let's hope so. As they play the Nets tonight, and the Nets are 3 games under 500, looking to get back. As the Nets won their game as well against the Washington Bullets, as they they had a final minute game, but except Washington, one of the players did not inbound the ball on time and get a 5-second key, and that's how the Nets won their game into Barclays Center. But even though I haven't watched the Nets. I haven't watched the Nets either. So I am gonna check it out tonight. But you gotta like what you see from this Nets. You gotta like what you see from the Knicks. I know I do. And the NBA season is continue to arrival as the football season is slowly coming down to a close. It's hard to believe we are 3 weeks away to the end of the regular season. Can you believe it? And we are a week away from Christmas. That is also scary. But back to the Knicks. If Porzingis, first of all, if they play a little bit of defense, play a little defense, because that's been the Knicks' problem since in the last 20 years or 19 years, 20 years basically. They don't play defense. If they play, they don't have to be super duper tough on defense. But if they make the plays that they need, if they make the plays that helps them win the games, this Knicks team could be super competitive. No question about it. And Michael Beasley, and they finally get the players. They finally make some moves that say, you know what? You could hope. But you gotta hope that hope sooner or later could produce wins. And the Knicks have to keep winning like this. Because listen, when's the last we haven't had basketball in June since 2002, 2003. And we need to create that buzz back. Because you know and I know when the playoffs are in late May and early June, boy, the city of New York is going to be buzzing again. And especially when New York when the Garden, especially the Garden is when you're watching it, I don't care if you're a celebrity or not, when you watch basketball in Madison Square Garden itself, it's a lot of fun. And when you watch it on TV, it's fun. It's electrifying. When I watch a Knicks game this year, I'm telling you, they are fun to watch. They really are fun to watch. In the third quarter, Lonzo Ball, it was 26. It was 60. It was tied at 61. Lonzo hit a pass. Get a pass. I could be wrong. Get a pass. The pass to one of his teammates and get the two. But Porzingis answer back with a 3. And you see the Garden fans just rise up like it was a playoff game. Last night, it felt like a NBA Finals playoff game. It really did. And if you're a basketball fan, you have to love what you see. You have to. Let's hope this Knicks win. Beat the Nets. Because anytime the Nets and the Knicks play, anything can happen. And I mean anything. We've seen it time and time again. We've seen it in the playoffs. We've seen it in the regular season. It doesn't matter. When these two teams are in the playoffs, it gets competitive. Obviously. Because both teams are in New York. The Barclays Center versus the Garden. Brooklyn versus Manhattan. We all know. And the franchise itself. The Knicks versus the Nets. What more can you say? What more can you say about that? Okay. Now, as far as his dad, as far as Charles Barkley, I heard Charles Barkley saying that I glimpsed what Charles Barkley said about Alonzo Ball, ripping him, saying everyone thinks that everyone thinks LaVar Ball is being a good dad, but he's not. In Charles Barkley words, that all he's doing is exploiting his kids. And to some degree, I agree with Charles. I had to agree with Charles, because if he really was, to me, what Alonzo Ball is doing, oh, everybody's praising him to be a good dad, but hello, that's what a father's supposed to do. Believe it or not, I don't know if I'll go to extreme like that, like LaVar Ball did to his kids, but I know he crossed the line. But honestly, that's what a father's supposed to do. A father's supposed to be there for their child. But there's some things where you could say LaVar Ball crossed the line. And the last thing you want to do as LaVar Ball, and he's probably not going to care, is be a distraction to his son. But Laker fans, you can't. I'm sorry. I understand what Laker fans are worried and concerned. But you know what? You knew what you was bargaining. You knew what you was getting with Alonzo Ball when you drafted him. You knew what you was getting when you draft the son of when you draft Alonzo Ball, you was going to get the father, which is LaVar Ball, and that's exactly what you're getting right now. And now now the Lakers organization can't take him and don't know how to get rid of him. Now you're going to have to deal with him. But let's not take away how great this game was. And I'm not worried about Lonzo, I keep saying Alonzo Ball, Lorenzo Ball. He'll be a great player. But he has to believe and be determined. And say, you know what? I will not be denied. Because let's go back to 1980, where Magic Johnson was a rookie. Coming out of Michigan State in 1979 and being drafted to the Lakers in 1980. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was on the team. Yes, the Lakers went to the NBA Finals, and in that game 5,